The Moscow Metro is the third largest in the world. It's the heart of the city, transporting around 9 million people every day in its web of tunnels. Needless to say, all this traffic takes its toll.
What's up in the lab?
Every morning I join the throngs of people commuting to work in the hustle and bustle of the Moscow Metro. And Sokolniki here on the Red Line was one of the first stations built. Opened in 1935 as a showpiece for the Soviet government, the beauty of the metro is known the world over. Almost 80 years later, there are still ambitious plans for its expansion, so the need to ensure the safety of both old lines and new has never been greater. Metro inspection technology has come a long way since the days of hand-push trolleys, culminating in the Synergia 1, the Moscow Metro's latest weapon in the never-ending battle against wear and tear. The train can check the track, power and tunnels at the same speed as normal passenger trains, meaning that inspections can be carried out during the day and repairs at night. But to deal with the longer peak times and growing passenger traffic, the Synergia needs a lot more than just speed. The Synergia combines the functions of 3 old diagnostic trains, meaning that a stretch of track that used to take 6 months to cover now only takes 1. It requires half the number of staff to operate and much less power to run. Now that's what I call a synergy effect. The Synergia 1 is bursting at the rivets with sensors and diagnostic equipment capable of checking all the vital statistics of the track and tunnel. The defectoscope attached to the rear bogie uses ultrasound to check for signs of wear and tear. The track measurement system at the front verifies the distance between the rails and their respective height. The structure gauge near the roof comprises 4 lidars, which use lasers to measure the clearance in the tunnel. Synergia 1 also has visual inspection cameras underneath, at the side and on top. And the whole carriage is weighed down with a concrete slab to test the rails at 10 tons over their normal load. The masses of information generated by the group of sensors is all recorded and processed in real time by powerful computers on board. It's closely monitored by the eagle-eyed team for any blips and glitches. In the absence of GLONASS signal deep below the capital, any problem areas are linked to a series of unique tags running along the rails. The hypnotic video footage can also be rewound and scrutinized by specialists at the end of the run. And that's not all.
In addition to the existing 2 systems that we used, that's the track monitoring system and the fault detection system, we also introduced some new ones, like a 3D laser gauging system, a high-speed video monitoring of tracks and joints, and we also have a 3rd monitoring system that checks on the condition of the power rail, checking on its temperature and the visual data. Systems like that have never been used before.
With the Moscow Metro set to expand by almost 150 kilometers by 2020, I'm sure the Synergia 1 will have its work cut out. The company behind the Synergia is Tverma. Starting with defectoscopes 25 years ago, their equipment now accounts for almost 3/4 of Russian Railways' diagnostic fleet. They have more than 250 trains and over 2,500 manual diagnostic tools in operation worldwide. The company had only 3 members of staff when it was launched. It now employs over 300 people, including marketing, production and engineering specialists, while its team of experienced programmers write all their software in-house. The company is actively branching out into new markets, including China, Germany and the CIS, so you certainly won't find any of the team resting on their laurels.
Of course, we will definitely try to apply this experience to other Russian metro systems. And there is a demand for such trains across Russia. As far as I know, the Moscow Metro plans to build another Synergia, which we believe will be even better than this one.
The Sprinter is the company's flagship mainline model. It's definitely no slow coach, as it's currently only one of a few diagnostic trains in the world capable of checking every millimetre of track at up to 140 kilometers an hour. This means it can fit in with existing timetables and eliminate disruption to services. Their latest defectoscope has overcome traditional problems with the diffusion of ultrasound in metal, which until now has limited speeds. The defectoscope releases a thin film of water onto the rails to improve the readings.
This has never before been done on a passenger car that's equipped with a bolsterless bogie. This is the first time that a non-contact centering system has ever been installed on the main bogie. We're also making use of a brand new detection system, as well as various new software solutions. They allow us to implement a lot of new monitoring technology, which in turn enables higher monitoring speeds.
The high-speed SAPSAN was only introduced 4 years ago, but construction has already started on a new 400 km/h line. Whatever the future of rail transport, I'm sure TFIEMA will play a key role in keeping plans on track and getting me to work.